Okay, hello guys, welcome to another video. This is the start of Booktober. I am back. We have Fifi. We have our little, I guess our Booktober mascot. That's what we're gonna call her, Fifi. That's her. Yes, I did get a haircut. You noticed the bangs? I think it's my hairstyle is giving fall and I love it. I think it's really good. I think it suits me. Anyway, today we are talking about Penpal. I'm going to try not to spoil it. I'm going to try not to. I'm going to do my very best. I have tried making this video 2 other times and I just felt like I just kept rambling on and it just, I don't know, I wasn't proud of them. So I'm going to try a different approach and we're going to simply do, is this book as scary as everyone says? Again, I'm going to try not to spoil just in case you want to read it and you haven't yet. I highly recommend. I will say, off the bat, I rated it 5 out of 5 stars. I hardly ever do that. I haven't even rated ACOTAR 5 out of 5 stars, and we all know how I felt about the last book. So, this is a big deal. My rating. I will say though, to be fair, I do gravitate more towards like the dark and creepy stuff, so to me it makes sense that I'm gonna give it a higher rating. Anyway, this book I saw, I think 2 years ago by now, absolutely blowing up. Everyone was talking about how spooky this book was. I was intrigued. I wanted to know what could be so scary about a book. Actually, no, I think it was last year. Last year was when because I got this for Christmas last year, and that was when I was thinking of it all. Anyway, off topic. Is it really scary? Yes and no. Yes, depending on what you think scary is, and no, also on what you think scary is. I'm kind of in the middle. I feel like it was way more unsettling than it was scary. I would walk away from this book to do something like chores or like leaving the house or something, and I would be unnerved walking away from this book. I wouldn't necessarily be scared, but it definitely unnerving and slightly paranoid. So yeah, this book, I'm gonna give just the brief rundown. I'm again not gonna spoil, I'm just gonna give a rundown. This book is about a protagonist whose name we never get. We don't know who the main character is. We just know that it's a boy who is sharing his childhood memories and trying to uncover the truth of what happened to his childhood best friend, Josh. We do get his friend's name, we just never get his name. Now, him and Josh met in kindergarten and they instantly clicked. It's like that one person when you start school that just has your back and never leaves, and that was Josh to him. And honestly, reading about their friendship was so cute, and I loved it. They would constantly play in the woods because the protagonist lived I almost said he lived in the woods. No, he lived in a house next to the woods, so they were very much accessible, especially to him. And his mom let him play in the woods as long as he would come out before dark. That was the only restriction she had for him and the woods. And I feel like that's pretty lenient. I mean, I feel like if I had a kid and I lived near the woods, I wouldn't want them to go too far in. I would want them to like stay on the outskirts of the woods. But he was able to go as far as he wanted as long as he came back before it got dark, and he did really well with remaining to the rule. And there was only one time two times where he was out before dark, but only one time where he got caught. And it follows him having a pen pal who turns into a stalker. We never really know too much about the stalker. Obviously, because if you're being stalked, I feel like you're not really gonna know that much about them unless it's like someone that you know. But this was a complete stranger, and he, as a kid, he didn't realize he was being stalked, but as an adult, reliving the memories and talking with his mom about it, because he never mentions having a dad in this book, so I don't know what happened to his dad, but it's very clear he never had a father figure. It's just been him and his mom. So he talks with his mom, who's the only other person who knows his childhood as much as he does. So they sit down and they talk, and he discovers that his mom knows a lot more than she's letting on, and he does find out what happened to his best friend Josh, who goes missing, through his memories. He uncovers some really, really unsettling stuff. I literally was making notes while I was reading this. Like, oh my gosh, pages, no, literally was just like full notes. Each chapter, just notes. It's only 6 chapters, 238 pages. Each chapter is roughly 30 pages, give or take. But I definitely felt like the farther you got into the book, the more information you got, and the more you yourself were able to piece together what actually happened. It's definitely the type of book where you have to read it more than once to understand. Like, you'll understand what happened by the end of it, but you have to read it again to fully get it, which I don't know about you guys, but I really appreciate those books, because to me it gives you a valid excuse to go back and reread it, and I definitely plan on reading this again before October ends. I would love to revisit this. It's so good. I think this might be, I'm so sorry, Holly Jackson, I still love A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, but I think this might be my new favorite spooky book. It's short. I almost said sweet. It's not sweet, but it's short, and it's very unsettling and creepy, and just, yeah. And looking at the cover now, it makes so much sense that it's the woods and then a boy. I'm assuming this is the protagonist. It's the only other thing the only other person I could think of being back in those woods. Yeah. And it was actually a really fun experience in a weird way. I love being scared. I love reading unsettling stuff. I will not say that I enjoy haunted houses, because some haunted houses take it too far. And I, as every other person, have my limits. Everyone has their own limits. It's okay. I have mine. You have yours. It's fine. Books and movies are where I like to get spooked. Real life, I'm paranoid enough as it is. I don't need Penpal here to come and become reality. No, thank you. But yeah, it was very good. It was very good. I give it 5 out of 5. Bravo. I did see that the author has another book called Bad Man, so I might be checking that book out too. Probably not this year, but soon-ish. Next year, maybe next year's Booktober. Yeah, so definitely read. I know this is a shorter video, but it's a short book, and I really was trying not to spoil anything. So yeah, you get a short video, but if you have not read this book, I highly suggest it, especially if you like reading creepy things. There's absolutely no romance in this book. Yeah, no romance in this book. You'll understand why I hesitated a little bit when / if you read this book. So yeah, that's it for this video. Give me a like, comment down like if something scary has ever happened to you, or we could just have a discussion about this book in the comments. Up to you guys really. If you want to share a spooky story, go ahead. If not, and you just want to discuss the book, that's okay too. I will see you guys next week with another video for Booktober. Get ready because I'm stoked about this. Bye.